Good morning, it is Sunday and it's the 2nd of August. It's currently 9:10. I got up 7 o'clock, got ready, curled my hair a little bit just to give it a little bit of a, I don't know, something. I just tied the top up to give it a bit of height as well. I've got up, had my coffee and I've sat and edited my video for the last 2 days, and then not many people are up. I've heard a couple sort of rattling about but staying in their rooms, but no one's really up yet, so I've not done anything else. I've emptied the dishwasher and started to reload it, and apart from that, that's it. It's looking like a really nice day out there again today, so we are hoping to go out somewhere as long as it stays nice. I think we're hopefully going to try and take Luna out somewhere for a nice walk, and not quite sure where yet, but try and at least feel like we've done something, you know, for the weekend rather than it all just being housework and work. So yeah, that's the plan for today, and I shall show you when I have my breakfast. Here's what it looks like outside today. Nice blue skies, looks really nice and dry, and you can see what I did in the flower bed yesterday when I took those big herbs out. So yeah, this is what's looking like today. Another nice day. Here is my breakfast today. I've gone for 2 slices of the wholemeal bread. That weighs 57 grams, so I'm counting that as my healthy extra B. I've got some beans that are free and an egg that's been cooked in firelight, so that's free too. There's no speed on this plate, but it is actually quite just a sort of average sized portion of food, so I'm not concerned about it, and if I'm hungry after, I'll just have some fruit. So we're off out somewhere, that's if we make it. We're going to go and I think go to Carsington Water for a walk round with Luna. Luna's at the back, all strapped in. And I shall show you when we get there, hopefully. Like all like canoeing or something over there, look. I want to get us a beachy bit. Yeah. Big stones. Full stone island, are they? She's excited to be out of the car, isn't she? It's quite wet down that bit, isn't it? It's like yeah. I'm coming in now, look. Something of us. Can't get Luna. Where's Luna? She's down there. Can't get her. It's a beautiful day. I don't know, it looks like it, doesn't it? They're chomping on a bit, aren't they? Are they all wind powered though? Are you investigating? Oh, we're on the other side. We can always do that another day, can't we? Well, no, we've got this end before. We've got down that wall over there, if you remember, near the road. We had bikes with us that day though, so we went a lot further. Not a lot of benches, just drink? Ready for a drink? Yes, no? Yeah. Hello. So we're leaving Costa now.
Please
it's about
proceed to the highlighted route and then the route guidance will start.
It's about 1:45 and God, do I look really tanned or is it just the colouring in this car? It's got really busy, and even though I don't really suffer with anxiety, it was making me really anxious by how many people were here, so we've just decided to cut it short and then perhaps come another day. So we did one side of the lake, but we didn't do the other side that we normally do. The other side is a longer walk, so it would have been nice, but there's just so many people, it was just a bit scary. So anyway, we're on our way back now. Not sure what I'm going to do for Sunday dinner because I haven't got any joint meat or anything in, so it'll have to be something a bit more inventive, but I don't know what yet. So I shall speak to you when I'm at home. So we go back from Carsington and just wanted something really quick, so I made myself and Eddie a mugshot. I had the Cajun pasta one and Eddie had the Thai noodle one. These are both 2 sins each. It's not a huge amount for lunch, but I wasn't sure what else to have, and I was due to work out in about 3 hours, so I thought I'd have this first and then see how hungry I felt after, and actually this was fine. So I've just done my workout. This was the cardio one, which is quite tough. I got quite hot and sweaty, but actually it did feel a little easier than it has done in previous weeks, but that was the last one like that now. And that was the end of phase 2, so tomorrow morning I'll be taking my measurements to see whether this phase has made any difference. The first phase did. I don't know whether this phase will make a huge amount of difference. I think the third phase is supposed to be the one that makes the huge amount of difference next. So I'm upstairs now and I'm going to go have a shower and I'm going to put tea on. It's currently 10 to 7, so I need to get a wiggle on if I want to have tea at a reasonable time, and I shall show you when I'm making it. So unlike most Sundays, I'm not doing a Sunday dinner today. Tom's at work until midnight, I think, so he's not having anything. And obviously we went out to Carsington. The day's been quite disjointed, so I'm just not bothering. Plus I've not been food shopping, so I've not got a joint of meat or anything like that. So I'm just going to try and make do with what I have. So I've decided to make this. So I saw a recipe on the Slim and Eats website for potato and leek bake. So I'm going to do something similar. I'm tweaking it very slightly. So I've chopped up all my leeks and given them a good wash because it was particularly dirty, these leeks. I'm putting an onion in mine. There is no onion in the original recipe. I just decided it might be nice with a bit of onion in. I'm also putting some thyme in mine. There's no thyme in the original recipe, and obviously some salt and pepper. I'm using chicken stock and obviously some potatoes. I haven't weighed the potatoes out because obviously they're free, so I've just got a pile of them. And then in with it, I'm going to use some reduced fat mature cheese, some parmesan, and I'm going to stir through some garlic and herb soft cheese. That isn't in the original recipe either, and nor is that. I think it's parmesan and mozzarella in the original. So I'm going to just quickly fry off the leeks. Oh, I've got to put some garlic in as well. I must get some garlic out. I'm going to fry off the leeks, the onion and the garlic, and then I'll show you the next bit when I get to it. So the onions and the leeks are sweating off nicely with some thyme and salt and pepper in there, and the garlic. And then the other deviation I'm making to the original recipe is that I've sliced up my potatoes really finely, and they are quite fine. Some of them are really fine and some are not so much. But I've had dauphinoise potatoes that I've made before where if they're cooked slightly too thick, they don't quite cook in the cooking time, and I really don't want that to happen. So I'm actually going to parboil mine for 10 minutes in some boiling water before I start to layer it through for the bake. And it doesn't mention doing this in the recipe. I think if you cut it thinly enough, I don't have a mandolin to be able to cut it really fine. I did start off doing them on the side of my grater, but to be honest it was just taking too long, and obviously I'm quite pressed on time because it's quite late at night now. I just want to get dinner on, so I've sliced them with a knife. Like I say, some of them are really finely sliced. You'll see here that they're almost like see-through, they're very fine, but then there are the odd one that are not quite so fine. So I don't want to risk it, I'm just going to parboil them, and I'll show you the next step. Here is my leek and potato bake that's all finished. I'm about to dish it up, and then we're having some heck sausages with it and some green beans, and I'll show you when it's on the plate. here is my evening meal. I've got green beans that are speared. I've got a leek and potato bake, which is made from leeks, onions, which are both speared, potatoes that are free. There's a healthy extra A's worth of cheese in there, and there's also some sins because there's some of the garlic and herb soft cheese in there from Aldi. And then there's some stock. So everything else is sin free apart from the garlic and herb cream cheese. I used roughly half the container, but that's between 6 portions. So I shall work it out, and I'll put some sins on screen, but it won't be too many. I've also got 2 of the paprika hex sausages and 1 of the chicken Italia, and they're half a sin each. So that's 1.5 sins for sausages, and then the sins for the garlic and herb cheese, which I think will probably be about 2. So this is my dinner. I've also got some fizzy mixed berry crush, no added sugar, that's free on the plan. And that's me for the day. I think, well, I might have some pudding, I don't know. If I do, I'll show you. But if not, I shall see you tomorrow for the next one. Bye. Good morning. It is Monday and it's the 3rd of August. It's another work from home day for me. I've logged on already, it's 7:30. I got up about 7 o'clock-ish today. I've just tied my hair up so it isn't that fancy today, but it feels like it's going to be a warm one, so I just decided I wanted it out of the way. Nothing to report today, just a normal work from home day. If you see me record upstairs at all, you might see that I've got 2 big containers in the living room, and that's because I brought my fabric downstairs, because yesterday I was intending to make some new face masks, but it didn't quite happen. I just ran out of time really. So if I get a chance today on my lunch break or something, I'm going to be cutting some fabric out because I want to just make some more face masks. The one I've got that you might have seen me wearing in the vlog before is like a cream florally one that I made. Just think if you're going to have to wear them, they've got to look stylish. So, but that one's now covered in lipstick on the inside, so it needs to go in the wash. So I'm going to make a couple more, just with some different fabrics, just so that it looks nice. So I'm not going to do the same style, I don't think, because I did the one that's like, it's made out of a side panel and then another panel and a side panel, and then it's lined on the inside, but it's also got a pocket on the inside for a filter. And I haven't put a filter in, but you can put like a coffee filter in there. But I've decided this time I'm just going to do some bog standard pleated rectangle ones, because I think they might be just quicker to make, because obviously it's a rectangle, so it's a lot quicker to sew. I don't know, we'll see. I've printed another pattern off. The pattern I did originally was quite, like I say, quite complicated, because you had to sew it and sort of turn it and all the rest of it, and know when to sew what parts to what. I have printed 2 different ones off this time. One is fitted still, but it's just a one piece on either side, so it might still be easier. So either way, hopefully I'll give that a go. In other things today, I'm starting phase 3 of my workout. So I'm doing the Beachbody On Demand 8-day obsession. Lots of people have asked me in the comments what I'm doing. So basically, back in the start of lockdown, I paid for, you get I think a week free or something, then I paid for a year's subscription to Beachbody On Demand, and it was something like £99 for the year, which, although it seems like a lot of money to find up front, when you split it over the year, it actually works out cheap compared to like a gym membership. And I've used it a lot. I did, when I first bought it, I did something called 21-day real time. So that was a 21-day exercise plan. Then I did 21-day extreme, which was another 21-day. And then we did a few different little sort of like exercises in between before we started on 80-day obsession. 80-day obsession is classed as intermediate to advanced, believe it or not, and I'm definitely not intermediate or advanced, but I decided to give it a go as a challenge. I actually did it last year. Last year was my 25th wedding anniversary, and Eddie and I went to Italy, and I tried to sort of like lose weight and tone up before I went. But in all honesty, I wasn't very focused on it, and I think a lot of the exercises I just kind of gave up and didn't do them if I found them too hard, whereas this time I've really pushed. So yeah, we've got to the end of phase 2 yesterday, and we're starting phase 3 today. Now I saw you watched something called Weekly Obsession, which basically gives you a bit of a rundown as to what's going to go off during the week, and it looks really, really hard. There's some real complex moves in there where they've combined quite a few moves together. So I think I'm going to have to modify the hell out of it. I think they have someone called a modifier, who's someone who doesn't do the advanced moves. She does them slightly like toned down, or if there's lots of jumping and your knees start to hurt, you can follow the modifier and she takes the jumps out. So I do think I might have to modify on this one. But in good news, I've done my measurements this morning. I'm not going to share those today. I think I might share those in my weighing video because it's kind of tied in. It's a non-scale victory, isn't it? So so yeah, I'll share those on Tuesday or Wednesday whenever I publish my weighing update. So that's me for this morning. I'm going to have breakfast in a bit. I'm not going to have it just yet. I'm going to have my coffee, get a bit of work done, and probably aim to have breakfast, I think around 9ish, something like that. No particular reason, I could just have it now, but I think I might just wait till 9 and then try and have my lunch probably 1ish, something like that. I think I'm working out at 6. I do it over Zoom with my sister. My sister's actually gone back into the office for the first time today, so I need to wait for her to get home. So I think 6 o'clock will be the time I do it. So my plan is that I still log off. I'll try and log off on time, 3:30, 4 o'clock-ish. But I'll try and take Luna out for her walk if it's not too hot at that point. And then I might even get started on dinner prep so that it's all ready to either go on or mostly be ready. So I can do my workout, and that way then we should still eat early enough. Well, that's my plan at the moment anyway. Whether that actually happens or not is another matter. So yeah. Right, I'm going to go and quickly shoot and make my coffee and then get back to my desk and get some work done. And I shall catch you in a bit for breakfast. Bye! Here's my breakfast today. I've got some of the frozen Black Forest fruits from Aldi, which I've actually quickly just defrosted in the microwave because I didn't want them to be too cold today. They're blackberries, grapes, cherries and black currants, I think. So it's a mixture of speed and free. And I've got some strawberries for extra speed. I've got a coconut kvarg, which is 1/2 a sin, and a meringue nest for 2.5 sins. So this is 3 sins for breakfast, and I shall catch you later for lunch. So for lunch today, I've got the leftover leek and potato bake from last night, and I've got some hex sausages. They're 1/2 sin each, that's 1.5 sins. I've got an egg that's free, some tomatoes for speed that I've just put in the frying pan with a bit of fry light, and I'm trying to think whether that had any sins in it or not. I don't think it did. This is quite a small portion anyway, but I'll have a look back just to double check. I can't remember. I need to check back what I did yesterday. But this is so far 1.5 sins for the sausages. I've got a feeling that might be 1.5 sins. Let me check. So I just had a look, and when I worked it out last night, I think the cream cheese, the garlic and herb low fat one was 8 sins for half the container, and this served out actually 7 portions in the end. Although maybe it might have been 8 portions. Either way, I'm going to count 1.5 sins. So with the 1.5 sins for my sausages, that will be a 3 sin lunch. And I'll catch you later for dinner. Hi, I did my workout. This workout I was dreading all weekend pretty much. It was the AAA for phase 3 of the Beachbody On Demand workout that I'm doing. And I thought it was going to be really horrible and really tough. And actually, I found it okay. And actually was better than the last round. So yeah. Got that done, and we actually did it earlier than we were going to do it. I thought I'd have to wait till 6 o'clock, but my sister was back early. Well, she finished work earlier, so we did it at about 20 to 5. So it meant I got dinner on early. So Tom's at work, so I've just done Eddie, Ewan and Chloe. So they've all had, well, Ewan and Eddie have had fish and chips with chips done in the active fry, and Chloe's had chicken goujons and chips done in the active fry. And I wasn't sure what to have. I didn't have a huge amount of sins left because I had 3 for my breakfast and 3 for my lunch. So I'm on 6 sins, and obviously I want to try and stay below 10 if I can, or as near to as possible. So I didn't want to have fish or anything that was going to push my sins up, because I'd rather save it for a snack for later. And I know that's naughty, but it's my time of the month, so it's the one time that I do feel like I need to snack. So I've decided that I'm going to make myself a little mini pizza and have some active fried chips with it. There won't be much speed on my plate because I need to go shopping. I'm running out. I just don't feel like having Brussels or green beans with pizza and chips, so I'm not going to have any. I'm going to have this, and I have got a tiny bit of salad left, but I don't know if I fancy it, so I'm just going to pull something together, and it won't be a huge plate of food anyway, so I don't think I need all the extra speed, and then I'm going to see what I can have for snacks after. So here's my bread. You can see it weighs 54 grams, so that's definitely well within the amount I'm allowed. In fact, it says 52 now I've moved it, but it's definitely between, I think it's 54 was the highest it weighed when I weighed it. So I'm going to have that made into a pizza with some tomato puree and some cheese on the top. I haven't got the lighter mature cheese, I've just got ordinary sort of 5 blend cheese, so I think I'll get 30 grams. I'm going to double check in the app. I think I have 30 grams is my healthy extra A, so I'm going to do that. I did use some healthy extra A earlier because I had the potato bake from last night, and that was a part of a healthy extra A in that. I've got some fried chips left, so I'm going to have some of those, and I think I've got 1 spoon of beans left from when I served their dinner out, so I'll probably have that, and that'll probably be my dinner, and I'll show you when I get it out. So this is another one of those conundrums of Slimming World. I've got this 4 cheese mix, which is from Morrison's, and I cannot find it in the app. I can only find the spicy version. Now if you look at the details on here, a 30 gram portion gives you 87 calories, and it's 5.9 grams of fat, of which 3.6 are saturates. But it's the sugars are a little bit higher at 0.4. But if you look at the medium cheddar, now this one is classed as a healthy extra A, and yet this one is 127 calories for 30 grams. And the saturated fat is a lot higher, it's almost double. It's just the sugars that's lower. So I really don't understand why that one is a healthy extra A and that one isn't. So I'm going to be really naughty, and I'm actually going to use this one. I'm going to use 30 grams of that as my healthy extra A rather than that one. It isn't on the plan, so please don't copy me, but I'm going to do that because I'm going to. Here is my evening meal. I've got my 2 slices of bread for my healthy extra B, some tomato puree and Italian herbs on there, and 30 grams of cheese between the 2 slices of toast. Sorry about that, just twisting around to make well, it's supposed to be like a pizza, but I suppose it's just cheese on toast really. I've got a couple of spoons of beans and some chips that have been done in the active fry. So that's my evening meal. Not very exciting. It has got some speed on there because it's got my tomatoes. Luna's about to eat it. Luna, stop. And then for my snack, I've got a pack of iced mini rings for 4 sins, which I believe will bring me up to 10 sins for the day. So that'll be all I'm having. If I do have anything else, it'll just be some fruit, but I doubt I'll have anything else. I think this will probably be me done. I'm going to eat those in a little bit. I'm not going to eat those just yet. So this is dinner. I'm going to sit now and try and go through my recipes to try and think of what I'm going to do for the rest of the week with what I've got left in the freezer. I was going to make, hang on one sec. I was going to make a lentil bake for my lunch tomorrow, and I've just gone into the fridge and realised I haven't got all the ingredients. So I haven't got all the peppers and I haven't got the onions. I've got just the lentils really and the eggs, so I can't do that. I was going to do that as an extra sort of like, so I had prepped for a couple of days ahead. So I'm kind of struggling a bit really. I don't really fancy salad at the moment, or certainly not basic salad. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I've got 2 pots of something out of my freezer that are like in soup containers, but I'm not quite sure what's in there, whether it's soup or whether it's some sort of curry. But I need to try and work out what it is. It would be Slimming World friendly, whatever it is, because I've obviously made it in the recent sort of like couple of months, but I'm not sure what it is till it defrosts. So that'll be a surprise for tomorrow. But I think I'm going to sit and try and work out a meal plan and make a shopping list, so I can perhaps go and get some bits at some point tomorrow if I can. I'm planning on working out at the same time tomorrow as I did today. So hopefully if I log off on time, I'll be able to take Luna out for a walk and then go and get my shopping, or perhaps go at lunchtime to get my shopping. I'm not quite sure yet, but I'll show you whatever I do anyway. So I'm going to eat my dinner while it's still lukewarm, and I shall see you tomorrow for the next one. Bye.